In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single bracket buster card from worst all the way to best in NBA 2K23 My Team. As you guys can see on the screen, these are going to be the 13 cards that do lock in for the Dark Matter Cream, and I'll be ranking every single one in the set, including Cream, from worst all the way to best, including the 3 Dark Matters and all of the Galaxy Opals and the Pink Diamonds as well. But coming in at the number 14 spot, the worst bracket buster card in my opinion is going to be the Pink Diamond Ben McLemore. He's going to be a shooting guard small forward, 6'3", with a 6'8" wingspan, but that's all you guys really need to see is that he's 6'3" at the shooting guard position. I mean, it doesn't really matter what his stats and badges look like, and even his jump shot. Like, he could have the best jump shot in the game and he still wouldn't be that good of a card just because of the fact that he's 6'3" at the shooting guard position. But coming in at the number 13 spot is going to be this Pink Diamond Jay Williams card. Once again, a little bit undersized for his position, only a 6'2" point guard with a 6'5" wingspan. His stats are really not that bad. His jump shot, I don't think is really going to be that great of a release. I mean, it might not be a terrible jump shot, but the Mitchell Robinson upper really isn't going to be that great. He's got the Giannis size up, which I don't think is that amazing. He doesn't have a good escape, doesn't have a good behind the back. I mean, the behind the back's not terrible, but I just think all around for an undersized point guard, he's going to be the second worst card in the bracket buster set. But coming in at the number 12 spot is going to be the Galaxy Book Kemba Walker, another undersized card at his position. He's only going to be a 6-foot point guard with a 6'3" wingspan, but I do think he's a little bit better than Jay Williams. I think he's got a better jump shot on quick timing. He's got way better sigs. He's got the normal leaner. I mean, even his dunk packages aren't great because he only does have a 65 driving dunk, but I would definitely take Kemba Walker over a guy like Jay Williams. But both these guys are just going to be undersized at the point guard position. But coming in at the number 11 spot, just missing out of the top 10, is going to be the Pink Diamond Keegan Murray. I think he's a really elite all-around small forward. He's 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan. Like, he's got great stats. I just feel like his jump shot, if I remember correctly, wasn't great on his diamond shades of card, but it is going to be on very quick timing. He's got no good dribble sigs, and I feel like that's the biggest problem with the card, is his jump shot's going to be decent, not a great release, and then he's got no good size up and no good escape, which is really going to hurt this card. And there's just so many other really good small forwards and power forwards in this drop, like the number 10 guy, or sorry, number 10 is going to be Malcolm Brogdon, but there's some really good small forwards that we'll talk about here in a second. But Malcolm Brogdon, I feel like he's a very decent point guard. He's 6'4" with a 6'10" wingspan. He's just a solid point guard. He's got Hall of Fame Limitless, Guard Up, Catch and Shoot, Amped Agent 3. He's got Hall of Fame Claim Breaker, Floor General, Quick First Step, Unpluckable, Dimer. He can play some pretty good defense, has pretty much every single goal defensive badge in the game, really good with the ball in his hands, can knock down the 3 pretty fast. Jump shot, I don't think is going to be amazing. He's got some good dribble sigs with the Dame behind the back. The basic leaner is a pretty big flaw with the card, the fact that he can't shoot leaners. I just think all around, he's a solid card and the 10th best card in the bracket buster set. But coming in at the number 9 spot, like I was talking about, some really good small forwards, starting off with Marcus Fizer. I think he's an amazing small forward. He's 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan, the exact same as a guy like Keegan Murray. But if you look at his stats, I think he's a little bit more complete than a guy like Keegan Murray, and he does have way better dribble sigs, and I think probably maybe a better jump shot. That's kind of debatable because the Fultz base, I think, is a very solid base, and the Tony Parker upper isn't that bad as well. So on quick timing, I feel like it's going to be a solid jump shot, and he's got way better dribble sigs than a guy like Keegan Murray, and for that reason, I think he's probably a little bit better at small forward, and overall going to be the 9th best card from the bracket buster set. But coming in at my number 8 spot, another really good small forward is going to be this Pink Diamond Danny Manning. I think he's super good at small forward, being 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan, and I just think he's slightly better than a guy like Fizer and a little bit better than a guy like Keegan Murray, just because overall I feel like he's more complete of a card. He's a very good defender with pretty much 90 in every single defensive category. Jump shot wise, I mean, it's not that bad of a release. It's actually way better than I thought it would be with the Magic Johnson base. It's actually very solid, and he's got some really good dribble sigs for your small forward. He's got the James Harden size up, John Wall escape, Dame behind the back. He's got some good dunk packages, and actually I was really surprised with how good this Danny Manning card was. So I will say he's probably the 8th best card in this set. But coming in at the number 7 spot, another card that I did a gameplay on if you guys want to go check out, and there was a crazy gameplay. Like, JJ Redick went absolutely insane, and he is such a good offensive point guard. Like, this card, when I tell you guys the card doesn't miss, I'm not kidding with this JJ Redick card. He literally was making 4-pointer after 4-pointer after 4-pointer from like literally the logo. It doesn't matter, you know, where you shoot with this card. And he's also got great dribble sigs with the Russell Westbrook size up, and he's actually really good at going to the basket with the front clutches. Like, he can dunk the ball at actually a very high level. Like, he's just such a good all-around card. He actually plays pretty good defense in game, but just mainly going to be such a good offensive card. And overall, I would say he's one of the better cards in the bracket Buzzer set. But coming in at my number 6 spot is going to be the Galaxy Christian Laettner. And I think just overall for most people, he probably will be better than JJ Redick because he's actually not undersized at point guard, because JJ only does have a 6'3" wingspan and not the greatest player model in game compared to Christian Laettner, who's a 6'11" power forward with a 7'1" wingspan. And he's just a super complete card, 92 block, 90 steal, 87 perimeter, and a 94 interior defense. Has some really good Hall of Fame defensive badges like anchor, brick wall, pogo stick, post lockdown, rebound chaser, and is pretty good at finishing around the rim. But the best thing about this card is probably his 3-ball rating being a 96 and a 97 mid-range, having Hall of Fame Agent 3, amped, blinders, catch and shoot, corner specialist, and Hall of Fame limitless range. And then jump shot wise, not exactly sure how this jump shot's going to look like in game, but for a power forward, he's got some actually pretty good zigs with the Kobe escape, Kevin Durant size up, and the MJ dribble style. And then breaking into my top 5 is actually going to be a dark matter card, which is going to be the dark matter Greg Oden. I feel like is he number 5? I think he's number 5, right? Christian Laettner was number 6, Greg Oden's number 5, or maybe he's number 4. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I got my numbers messed up. I got my numbers messed up, but Greg Oden's going to be an amazing power forward or center depending on where you want to run him. Obviously, he's going to be a dark matter, so 30 Hall of Fame badges. They didn't really touch any of his shooting badges, which is a little bit unfortunate, but going to be a great defender, really good at finishing on the rim, super athletic. I mean, a 79 3-ball, especially with this jump shot, really isn't going to be the best, and that's probably the biggest flaw about this card, and the reason why I don't have him higher in my ranking is just because of his jump shot being a little bit questionable and only that 79 3-ball. And then I think this is the number 3 card or number 4. No, this is number 4, right? I think this is number 4, I do believe, is going to be Tyler Hansbrough. He's a power forward center, 6'9" with a 6'11" wingspan. I think he's just a better Christian Laettner. They're very similar at the power forward spot. He's going to be a tiny bit undersized. He reminds me a lot of a card like Bob Nedelecki that has really good defensive stats and badges, only a 6'9" point guard, but then does have a really good jump shot with the Kyle Kuzma base and the Kobe Bryant upper on quick timing. I do wish he had some maybe better dribble sigs, but he's got some really good dunk packages with the front clutches. So I think all around, Christian Laettner probably the 4th best card in the set. Coming in at my number 3 spot is going to be the dark matter Grant Hill. Even though he's not maybe as crazy good as I thought he would be, he's still such a complete shooting guard, being 6'8" with a 6'11" wingspan. I mean, he's got 90 in every single defensive category, 90 block, 94 steal, 95 lateral quickness, 94 perimeter, and a 93 interior defense with tons and tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges. Just all around, this card is so complete, good at going to the basket, plays lockdown defense, super athletic. I mean, the one thing I will say is that he has kind of like the wrong jump shot. If he had the Kyle Kuzma base and then the Jerry Vanderbilt upper, his release will be so much better because the Kuz base is so much better than the Vanderbilt base. That's a little bit of a flaw with the card. I don't think he's going to have like the greatest jump shot even on very quick timing, but all around, I still think you got to put him at the number 3 spot. But at number 2 is going to be this dark matter Jimmer Fredette card. He is such a bucket, being a 6'2" point guard. Even though he's 6'2", they juiced out this card. Not really stats and badges wise, obviously he is super souped, but it's when you go to the animation screen, he's got the LaMelo Ball base, which is one of the faster bases in the game, with Carmelo Anthony upper, which is one of the fastest uppers in the game on very quick timing. So he's literally got one of the quickest jump shots in my team right now. He's got the MJ dribble style, Kyle Lowry size up, Steph Curry escape, which means he can Curry slide, and just all around, they gave him all the good sigs, amazing jump shot, Trae Young leaner. You know, I just wish he had the Trae Young escape over the Curry escape, and then he's also got the quick drops off one. So just all around, I think Jimmer Fredette is going to be the 2nd best card in the bracket buzzer set. And then obviously at the number 1 spot is going to be the lock and reward, the dark matter Cream. He's a center power forward, 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan. I mean, the card is just so ridiculous. I will say he's maybe not as good as some people did think he was going to be for a dark matter Cream. I don't like the fact that he doesn't have the normal leaner, but other than that, I will say, I mean, this jump shot on very quick timing, I'm not sure how it's going to look like in game. Obviously on his pink diamond, it was still very usable of a release, but compared to a Kristaps, compared to a D-Rob, how is that jump shot going to look like in game? I'm not exactly sure, but obviously Cream is going to be the best card in the bracket buzzer set and one of the new best power forwards and centers in my team. But let me know in the comment section down below some of your guys' favorite cards from the bracket buzzer promo, bracket buzzer set, whatever you guys do want to call it, and let me know what you guys think about the dark matter Cream being the lock-in. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.